Welcome, welcome. I'm going to give you guys just a few minutes to join us live, and then we'll get going. And for those of you here and waiting and ready, I'm so pleased to have you. I hope you are enjoying the energy of this full moon as much as I am. Today has been electric. I have so much going on, so many intuitive hits, and just so much to share. So I'm super excited for our evening. I want to encourage you right now to take this time to make sure you're in a comfy place. You will be meditating. We grab a journal or some scrap piece of paper so you can write down. We're going to do some intuitive journaling together, and maybe even some tea or water. All right, so I'm going to start off tonight by talking a little bit about this full moon in Aquarius and the energy that's coming up and how that inspired our topic tonight called Reclaiming Your Power. And so I also want to encourage you at any point, right now we're in, because of our full moon in Aquarius and almost lunar eclipse, and we also have Uranus playing a part in the sky, there's this kind of what I like to call lightning bolt energy going on, whereas things are really they're gonna like be powerful flashes of illumination, and sometimes it's gonna be something you don't wanna see. It might be an area of your life where you are totally self-sabotaging, where you are, let's say, just not listening, and it's just gonna illuminate it. It might be an intuitive hunch to be like, start this, and whatever's coming up, you know, this Aquarius Uranus energy is kind of borderline irrational is what I want to say. It's not irrational because it's actually coming from the highest source, your intuition, which we're going to hone in on today. But it might feel irrational. It might feel even crazy. It might feel out of the blue. It might feel like you're going to have to like rip up the carpet of, you know, one room of your house so that you can pave a new floor in there. That's kind of like this energy that we're feeling right now. And it's really tying up the ends of things that aren't serving us, of ways that we're leaking our power, of self-sabotaging behaviors that we just need to release. So a lot of, so again, as we go through this workshop tonight, I encourage you to take notes, jot down things that come through to you. I have some guided journaling we're going to be doing, as I think it's a really beautiful container to really allow you guys the space to tap into your intuition and really play around with hearing your own internal voice and being able to trust that and have a lot of faith in that. And the beautiful thing is that regardless of when you're watching this, if you're watching the replay in a couple of days, or maybe you find this, you know, months down the line and you bought it, if you bought it, it's because you need to hear this message right now. For those of you that are joining us on the live stream, it's because you were called to receive tonight. You were called to receive a message. So I want you to be in that container of knowing that there's gold here for you and to be on the lookout for it. What's your gold? And part of really alchemizing that gold is knowing what you came here for and knowing what your intention is for tonight. And if there's a specific area of your life right now that you would love to remodel, that you would love to revolutionize, then hold that in your heart and allow whatever comes through to come through that might relate to that. And if it's just for greater clarity or whatever it is, right, to feel more peaceful or for ease, or perhaps you need a sign about something in your life, I just invite you to welcome in that energy and demand that sign to happen, demand that guidance to come through for you. So let's get down about this full moon in Aquarius and Uranus energy. So Aquarius is this really big picture. It's this beautiful opportunity to really take a step back and really see the whole thing. See what your life looks like as a whole. How does your career play a part with your relationships? How is it all connected? I think it's this moving from me to we, but also moving from compartmentalizing to oneness. So beginning to notice that the theme in X area is also an overarching theme in other areas. And the positive side to that, like let's say you have maybe there's an area right now that is not working as well. Maybe let's say your relationships are awesome, but your career is kind of stalling out. Because of this Aquarius energy of being able to get a little bit more altitude on it, being able to see all as one instead of that compartmentalization, separation, we're really able to see, wow, you know, my relationships are really working, but my career is really not. Where, you know, what am I doing in my relationships that I'm not applying to my career? What's going on in my career that would never happen in my relationships? And it's through that kind of overall scope of oneness that we're really able to see the truth of the situation. So maybe with your relationship, you're very doting and you're very loving, and there's, you know, so much trust and so much space and so much freedom there. With your career, you're very controlling, and you know, you're frustrated with it half the time, and you'll kind of feel like you're, you know, pounding something into the wall. And you can take a step back and look at that. Wow, look how amazing things grow and work and flow naturally when I give it this space, when I am loving, when I give it the freedom. And look what happens when I essentially squash it with my energy. And that's just kind of a general example, but that's kind of the beauty of this Aquarius perspective, which I hope we tap into tonight. It's being able to really see that all is one. And through that, we're able to really look at our lives differently, look at our relationships differently, and look at how we are showing up in the world. So you can definitely, you might even be getting some intuitive hits about how what you're doing can create a bigger impact on the world. Maybe you're feeling the call to go green, or to help other people in your community recycle, or whatever it is. We're feeling these urges to serve a we instead of just a me, and they're beautiful. So act on your urges, act on your urges. That's going to be the theme of tonight. Act on your urges, act on your intuitive knowings, because it's through the actual acting on them that we are able to build those muscles, and we're able to go even deeper. And a lot of when I work with my one-on-one clients, a great deal of what we work on is really honing in on your personal power and really getting in tune with your own intuitive guidance. It's never about listening to what I think you should do. It's always about saying, okay, well, let's tune back in and see like what's coming through for you, and really flexing those muscles and taking back your power in that way, where, you know, a lot of people in your life, whether they're mentors or friends or family or coworkers, that may not be like me. They may not have that intuitive knowing to be like, here, I'm going to give the power right back to you, but just show you how to find that answer within yourself, and then help instill a little bit more confidence in you, so that you can go, therefore go take that and feel really good about it and go act on that. But most of us live in this world where we have all this external stimuli. We're watching TV or on Facebook or the news. We have coworkers or friends, and everybody loves to tell you their opinion. Everybody loves to tell you what you should be doing with your life, or what you should be doing with your relationships, or how you should be handling your money. And everybody wants to be your guru in some way, that you forget that the real guru is here, is inside of you, that you already have the GPS system. Your GPS system is already locked and loaded. It's ready to go. It's like a baby. Like a baby doesn't need, you know, us to go in there and like mess things up when the embryo is turning into a baby during those 9 months. You know, the best thing a mother can do during those 9 months is really just step back and allow it to happen. And when we're kind of searching outside of ourselves for all these things, it's almost like, you know, you've already got the download, you've already got the blueprint. That baby already knows how to go from, you know, egg and sperm into full little crying baby outside of you. So is your life. So is everything in your life. The difference is that nature was very clever and created a container within women so that we couldn't mess it with it. So that we couldn't think that what we knew, no, I know how to make the eyes better than my body. No, you know what? Actually, I'm going to figure out how to make the brain faster. You know, months is kind of long. Can we do 5 months? You know, I would like it to come out before summer. Let's do that, right? If we did that, thought that we knew best, or, you know, that our intellect knew best is what I'm talking about, or that other people or other doctors or people around us knew better than our body does, right? Then we probably have a lot of children that didn't make it, right? We probably or had serious complications because we got in the way. And that's what happens in our lives when we ignore our internal guidance system. We already have this, our GPS is locked and loaded for the highest, you know, the highest possible expression of ourselves, right? It's already, it's in there. The destination is in there. You just have to tune in and be able to listen when it says, take a right here. Take a right here. Take a right here, you know, and it says it like 3 times because you're ignoring it. And so many of us have different areas in our lives where we just ignore that GPS system. And maybe it's because, well, I know the GPS says to take a right in 2 blocks, but my friend Bob over here just told me that it's actually quicker if I just go like 5 blocks out of my way and then take a right and then take another left, right? And we do that in our lives. We do that in our lives when our guidance system is saying something so clear, like move here or leave that job, or, you know, leave the relationships or whatever it is, right? Our guidance system is saying one thing very clearly, but because of some external influences that we give power away to, we don't listen to it. So that energy is abounding right now, and the energy of being able to actually see is this illumination. So we can actually see those areas of our lives that we're self-sabotaging in, that we're leaking power all over the place in, and begin to reclaim it. And I love that. That's Uranus in the sky is really just breaking up old habits and patterns. It's about really just totally doing something so differently. You know, I've been eating breakfast like this for like 3 years because somebody, whatever, on Instagram's been eating it or whatever it is. And you know what, tomorrow I'm just going to ask myself what I want for breakfast. And maybe what I want for breakfast is not a smoothie bowl, and that's going to be okay, and I'm going to do it. You know, and that's a silly example, but it's really just taking your power back in that ways. And right now we have an auspicious energy where we're going to dive into a lot of this tonight even deeper so you can uncover what's going on specifically with you. But we have this energy right now with this energy of illumination to really see, wow, this is something I was looking at this while I was prepping for this workshop with you guys. I was really looking at the different areas of my life that I have been giving my power away in, or that I wasn't fully in tune with my intuition in. And I mean, one of the things I totally noticed was, you know, just my setup with my, some of my pricing and some of, you know, the way I handled certain things around my business were me giving my power away to someone that I thought knew better than me, because at the time they were in a better position than me. And it's not saying that you should never listen to mentors or guides or whatever, but that's information for you to run through your guidance system. You know, I have mentors. I'm a mentor, obviously, but even with my mentees, I'm very conscious of it because I want them to be like, hey, this is what I'm getting from you. This is what I feel like feels best, but let's tune in and see, does this feel more expansive for you? You know, or does it resonate with you? But a lot of people in your life might not give you that space. And we need to learn to take that space regardless. And to say, you know what, I'm going to run this by my own little GPS navigation system. I'm going to say, okay, that sounds like a great idea. It sounds very logical. I totally get it. But let me just sit with it. Let me meditate on it. And then through meditating on it, we can really say, you know what, I totally respect your thought on this, but it just doesn't sit well with me. It just doesn't feel expansive to me. It doesn't feel right. And, you know, it's when when I looked back at some of the things, some of the hiccups, right? They had never really felt totally right to me. But what overpowered it was the fact that I had given my power away in such a strong way to someone who was very commanding, let's say. And it felt just so refreshing to take some of that back recently and to really revamp things based on just my intuitive knowing and to say, hey, this feels good for me. I always say this with my clients some of my clients have their own businesses and will price services and stuff together. And I'll be like, listen, I'll let you know, like, this is what the market is like. This is like about what it is. But you really need to meditate. You need to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what energetically feels really good to charge? And that goes for anything. That's like you're in a relationship and all of your girlfriends could say, oh, you know, he doesn't pay for your dinner every night. You have to break up with him. Like, he's a slacker or whatever, right? But you need to go back and say, okay, well, that's kind of like, it's not like they're giving you bad advice necessarily. They're giving you the best advice they know how. But then just sit back and check in with you and be like, you know what? He doesn't pay for dinner, but you know what? He's working really hard right now and he's not in a great financial position or whatever. In my core, it's not about rationalizing, right? It's about going intuitively in your core. It's a yay or a nay. It's expansive or it's not. It feels like it's aligned. When you're in line with that your soul's GPS is saying, it always feels expansive. And that's when you're behind the seat. That's when you're in the driver's seat. And when someone else is driving your car, that's when you start feeling a little anxiety. That's when you start feeling that mild stress kind of coming through because you've given your power away. Now it's not your car. Now you're just driving because like this guy said he knows how to get there, and you've just kind of allowed yourself to be the passenger in your own life. So we're taking that power back. We're taking our wheel back, and we're driving this car where we're meant to go. And let me see what else I have to say. Yeah, so this is a powerful time to really harness this energy of change. We can really, we can let it tip us over and, let it wreak havoc, or we can jump on the wave. And I know if you're watching this, you're jumping on the wave with me. And we can say, I'm going to get down, I'm going to get dirty, and I'm going to really, take these areas and pull up that carpet and put down beautiful wood floors or whatever, and do the work. Because it's such a great, great, great opportunity to really get some massive momentum towards your highest good, to what's going to feel amazing for you. And yeah, and you can really just trust it. Ask yourself, so our first exercise, I want to just dive into our journaling exercises right away, is to ask yourself, with everything I was just talking about, with the ways we leak our power, the ways we allow other people to drive our car, to really, and here's the thing, it could be like maybe one person, it could just be like societal norms, right? How like everybody your age seems to be getting married, but you don't feel like you want to get married. You feel like you want to travel the world, right? What are the boxes that you put yourself in because of other people, because of the power you've given away to people or society, or what your parents told you you should be doing? So I want you to take a minute and get out your journal and write down the ways in which you have leaked your power. Write down, whatever comes to your mind first. Think about that area of your life right now that isn't working, or that's working the least effectively, perhaps, out of all of them. And in that area particularly, I want you to really look and see of the structures and constructs and rules and different ways of operating you've created in that area, how many of them were from your pure intuitive knowing, and how many of them were influenced by others, by any sort of external influence, whether it's a long-standing belief or an actual person. And just allow yourself to journal on that right now. And another thing, while you're journaling, keep journaling. Another thing with this this full moon, is being gentle on yourself. You are going to have some revelations. You are going to really see some disturbing things, perhaps, right? Some things you're like, oh my God, how was I can't believe I was operating in that way, like this, all this time. I can't believe I could have been so silly as to not have even tuned in with my internal guidance system this whole time. And it's okay. This is also an energy for us to be super loving and super gentle with ourselves and to say, hey, it's okay. Now I know. And when I know, I can do better. And now I have the power to revamp this. And then along with that journaling, as you're writing down, and I urge you to really just allow your consciousness to flow, allow it to stream as fast as it comes, is to also perhaps write down what brought you here. What was the intuitive knowing that said, you know what, this workshop feels like it's for me. This workshop feels like it's going to hit home. Because again, we're in this auspicious time where our intuitive nudges are really, really strong and they're on point, and it's it's important to listen to them. And you might just be surprised. There might be a clue into what kind of prompted you to join the workshop tonight. So guys, when you're ready, I want you to get into a comfortable position. And I want you to put your hands on your heart and just close your eyes and center into your heart space. Take some deep breaths in your nose and out your mouth. And really envision that breath going all the way up behind your nose, behind your eyes, all the way to your crown chakra, down your spine, connecting back to your seat in your root chakra where you're sitting, coming all the way up the front of your body, your heart center, your neck, and out your mouth. And just this beautiful cycle of breath, just cleaning and clearing and releasing any tension that's in your body, any stress that you've been holding on to. Just really allow your breath right now to just rebalance you, recenter you, focusing on that heart center, just feeling this beautiful ball of golden light at your heart center as you clean and clear the rest of your body. And just focusing in on that heart center, and with each breath, allow that golden light to expand a little bit more. If any thoughts are coming up from earlier today or about what you might have to do later, just allow them to float by like clouds and recenter yourself right back in to that heart center. Feel that golden light now permeating throughout your body, expanding beyond your skin, surrounding you in a brilliant ball of golden light energy. Just allow that breath to be even more luxurious. You feeling that energy pulsating out from your heart center with your hands, and just allowing your focus to be there. And I want you to drop in now that area of your life that you just wrote about, that area of your life that you feel like needs a revolution, that you may have lost your power in. Just drop it in to that heart center, bring it to your awareness, and allow yourself to see whatever areas that you may have given your power away. Allow the light of your heart center to illuminate anything that needs to come forth, whether it's a person that you gave more cred to than your own intuition, whether it's a specific exercise, or way of living or book that you read, whatever it is, whatever comes up. What have you given your power away to in that area? Where have you not been totally centered or strong in your own intuition? You know, what rules maybe have you adapted that are no longer working for you? When you're ready, open your eyes and bring your hand to your pen and your pen to the paper, and I want you to just write down anything that came up for you. Anything about the rules that you've been living by that aren't true to you, anything about people that may have influenced you and you gave your power to instead of sitting in your own intuition. Really just journal it all down. Okay, you guys are frozen on my computer right now. I don't know if you can see it. But just give me a minute to try to work this out. Okay, I can't seem to see if you guys can still get any of this. So you need to do me a big favor. If you're watching this and you can still see me and you can still hear me, I would love you to tweet at me and let me know. So it's at Cassandra Bodzak. Send me a tweet. I'm going to go grab my cell phone to see if you can still hear me and see me, because I'm afraid if I restart my computer that we're going to lose this whole thing. So if you can still see me, I will do it without being able to see the live image of myself. But just please tweet at me at Cassandra Bodzak and let me know if you can still see and hear me, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm guessing you guys can't. So I'm going to restart my computer. Hey, sorry about that. Thanks for your patience. I don't know what happened. My entire computer froze and I lost you guys. So I apologize, and I hope you guys took that time to do some journaling. And now what I want to do, now that you have whatever came through for you and you probably have some clarity around this area of your life, we're going to do a really powerful meditation called Long Ekankars. And this is, you know, I have gone back and forth numerous times about doing this meditation in a workshop because it's a little bit more intense. But for this, I just felt super called with this energy. I felt super called to do it because this is the meditation I do when I'm really ready to supercharge my intuition. When I'm really, really want some like lightning bolt guidance on an area of my life, this meditation comes through for me every time. It's, in my opinion, I think one of the most powerful Kundalini meditations. So I'm really excited to share it with you, and I hope that, I know that you guys are gonna love the downloads that you receive just from the energy created by it. So get comfortable again, and with all Kundalini meditations, we start off by chanting Om Namo Gurudev Namo, just a mantra to connect us to our higher self, connect us to the infinite, and to kind of make sure just the highest and truest good comes through for our meditation. And then I will teach you a little bit more about the meditation. So if you don't know the Adi mantra, totally cool. Just close your eyes and tune in with me and allow yourself to listen to my sound current and have that come through the video, all right? So rub your palms together and press them up against your chest. And take a deep breath in and out. And we're gonna tune in 3 times. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgude Name, Jugatgude Name, Satgude Name, Siddhigurude De Name. Adgude Name, Jugatgude Name, Satgude Name, Siddhigurude De Name. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And again, allow yourself to bring that intention for this evening to the forefront of your mind. Allow your energy to circulate, and exhale and open your eyes. And let's dive into Ekankar. So sit cross-legged. I'm wearing a dress, so I'm not going to, but sit cross-legged right now. And your hands are just in Gyan Mudra. So you're just allowing your pointer finger to touch your thumb, just like so-and-so. And we're gonna be like this on our easy pose, right? And so we're going to have to chant for this one, but don't worry, I'm going to chant along with you, and we're going to do this. And we're going to do it for 7 minutes. So you can do this. I do this when I do it at home sometimes for 2.5 hours. But 7 minutes will be a really good jump start to get us in the vortex, in this energy, and in the flow. So it's Ek, Om, Kar, the first thing. And when you say Ek, which is E-K, but Ek, right? We're gonna grab our navel in. So Ek, Omkar, practice with me. Ek, Omkar, and I'll be doing it with you. So it's in on Ek, and then relax on Omkar, and then Sat, Gur Prasad. So Sat, Gur Prasad. And it's okay if you don't get the words exactly right this time. Do your best, tune into my sound current, and just allow yourself to be in the momentum of it. So it's navel in, Ek, Omkar, relax, navel in, Sat, Gur Prasad, relax. So it's really going to be, your navel is going to be really working during this, and that is going to get some energy flowing as well. So I really want you, actually let me read what Yogi Bhajan says about this meditation before we begin, to give you some motivation to really go for it. Yogi Bhajan speaks about this mantra. This mantra is known as the Ashtanga mantra for the Aquarian age. It has 8 vibrations and describes the glory of God. Thus said Master, in the time period of 2.5 hours before the rising sun, when most channels are most clear, if the mantra is sung in sweet harmony, you will be one with the cosmos. This will open the solar plexus, which in turn will charge all of your solar centers. The person will get connected with the cosmic energy, and thus will be liberated from the cycle of time and karma. Those who meditate on this mantra in silence will charge their solar centers and be one with the divine. This is why I speak to you of why we should meditate and recite this mantra. So this mantra initiates the Kundalini, initiating the relationship between the soul and the universal soul to balance out all of your chakras. So it's a very, very, very powerful mantra. It's going to balance everything. It's going to ignite, we were talking about earlier, you know, our individual soul with the collective soul. And that's how we get really, you know, we essentially become this lightning rod, right? Where we're able to receive that intuition on a deeper, powerful level. So hands in Gyan Mudra, cross-legged, close your eyes, and let's begin. Ek Omkar Sat Gur Prasad. 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 I hope you continue with me. And keep on going. Just listen to my voice as you're chanting along. Ek Omkar Sat Gur Prasad. Ek Omkar Sat Gur Prasad. And now what we're going to do is we're going to We're going to chant Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar. Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar. So we're going to do it forwards and backwards. So Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar, Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar, Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar. And now we're going to transition to something a little bit more singing and allow yourself to sing with me. Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, 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 Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar. Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, 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 Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar. Really get that navel going, last minute or so. Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar. Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, 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 Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar. And now one last time, I really want you to chant this with me. Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ek Onkar. And take a deep breath in and hold it. And allow yourself to feel your energy just circulating and moving around all of that beautiful, juicy, golden light that you've activated inside of you with that beautiful mantra. Feel that mantra bouncing around in your energy field. Feel all of the guidance coming in. Allow yourself to feel in a powerful, intuitive place for creation right now. And when you're ready, I want you to open your eyes, head over to your journal, And I want you to write the first things that come to your mind. Whatever is coming to your mind, just put it down. Maybe it's about that one area of your life you came here to get some clarity on, to take your power back on. Maybe it's about something totally different that you didn't even expect. Write it down now. No filter, just journaling. Write it down. I don't care if you're writing in your notes section of your cell phone right now. You better be writing. Tough luck for you guys. And I really want you to think, when you're done writing whatever came through for you, the question I want you to journal on is, what are you most excited about right now in your life? What are you most excited about in your life? And what are you most excited about creating in that area? And maybe that's already where your mind went, but if not, write down both. What are you just generally excited about in your life? And what are you now excited to create in that area? Now that you're taking back the reins, you're taking back the power and all this beautiful possibility when you're in the flow, when you're listening to that GPS system. There's so much support and love and power in that, right? Okay. You got it down? Our next meditation, and keep writing as I explain this, right? When we're in balance, the cosmos feel our dedication like a burning flame. Your enthusiasm inflames and enlists the resources to reach your goal. So what this meditation is essentially doing is cultivating that electric energy of creation, of what we're ready to put out there, what we're really ready to create. So the beautiful part of it is, right now, whatever you just wrote down, whatever you're really excited to revamp in your life, we're gonna just infuse it with so much enthusiasm and so much momentum with this meditation. It's just gonna skyrocket. And what this does is it's balancing both your negative and your positive mind. It's balancing you so that you can be this force to create with. So you can hear all those intuitive little nudges for what to do next, what the next step is. And we're just going to do it for 5 minutes right now, but you can feel free, if any of you guys are interested in taking on any of these for a longer practice, feel free to email me, and I will hook you up with the write-up for it. But this one is particularly powerful, and what we're going to do, we're going to be chanting again. Your palms are facing up, and your elbows are at your side, and what you're doing is you're making circles outward. So both of your hands are going outward, so you're like this. You get that? At the same time, you're chanting HUD. So HUD, HUD, HUD. It's spelled H-A-R, but it sounds like H-U-D, and you're really making it from your navel point. So we're activating that navel center again, which is your center of personal power, right? So we're really, really engaging in that chakra, really activating your navel and your personal power, and at this time, literally creating momentum and energy around what you're ready to create and put in that area of your life where you are taking your power back. You're ready to create some amazing, revolutionary things, right? Sound good? Okay. So assume the position, put your hands up, and like I said, chant along with me. You can listen to me for the first step, but then chant along. So you ready? And outward circles, small outward circles. Keep your eyes closed. Focus on your third eye point. And HUD, 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 HUD. Keep that momentum up in your arms. Keep the chanting going. Allow yourself to even smile at the thought of what you're creating. Allow that momentum to build. Allow that energy and enthusiasm to build. Hud, 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 hud. Keep it going. Allow this movement, allow this momentum, allow the energy you're generating with your hands, with your navel right now to really, you're just projecting that amazing new idea, that amazing way you're going to switch up that part of your life, solidifying it in, and really calling in all the support, really calling in all of the universal support to allow that to flow with ease and grace and joy, and to assist you in the creation of that. Because having ultimate personal power is about knowing that ultimately you're a channel for this power, that there are forces that are here to support you when you're in line, when you're on course. Hud, 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 hud. More than halfway there, you guys got it. Don't lose the momentum. Keep the enthusiasm. Keep generating this energy, right? We're so excited to create this. We are so ready to create this in our life. You're so ready to blast through any self-sabotage in that area. You're so ready to tune in and listen to your inner guidance around that area. You are ready to step up. All right. Hud, 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 hud. Last 30 seconds. Just go all out. Give it the most energy and momentum you can. Hud, 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 hud. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And really feel that electricity flowing through every cell of your being. Really feel all that energy just flowing in, all through your veins. Just beautiful electric current all around you, just ready to propel this beautiful new creation. And exhale, you're ready. You're so ready to help support it and do the action as well, and feel all that universal support. Feel how supported you feel right now. Feel the momentum and the energy you have. I love that meditation. It's really good to put in like a beautiful wave of heart-centered energy under anything that you're trying to create in your life. And, you know, we're running out of time, but I wanted to, I'm going to quickly give you my 3 tips for really gaining personal power, and then we're going to close with a short meditation to refine your self-sensory system and to really get you vibing and get you really alert to all these intuitive nudges that are coming through for you. So the first thing is reclaiming your personal power is all about trusting your intuition above anybody else's. And this is the hard concept for us to do. I know it is for me as well, is to really, at the end of the day, realize that you are the expert of your life. And it doesn't mean, like I said before, it doesn't mean that mentors aren't awesome. It doesn't mean you don't read books or watch documentaries or whatnot, or take workshops or courses or stuff like that. It does mean that everything gets run through the filter of your intuition. When you're taking a course, take a step back from that marketing sales page and go meditate on it and say, do I really feel aligned with this course? Same thing with the mentor when you're, getting advice, even from your best friends or your mother maybe, right? We can take that advice and say, thank you, I respect you, and I respect that insight, and I appreciate it. And then you bring that to your meditation, you bring that to your internal guidance system, you bring that to your own intuition, and you ask, does that resonate for me? Because your bestest friend in the whole world, you love to death, could give you the best advice that she knows how based on her current situation, and it could not resonate with you. And you could say, well, I know she's already done this or whatever, so I guess I should probably just listen to her. And it doesn't mean that you can't listen to her. It doesn't mean we can't, educate ourselves and get mentors and take in all this advice, but it just means that everything needs to really be from our power is we put it through us first, right? So really to give yourself with everything in your life and to go on and ask and cleanse. Stop asking people for their opinion on things, right? Especially even the little things. If you can stop asking people, if you're the kind of person, I'm like this sometimes too, you're constantly asking other people what they want or what their choices are. Take a minute and say, okay, well, what feels good for me? Let's say you're thinking about going on a vacation. Are you calling up 5 friends before you book the ticket? Or are you saying, this vacation feels really aligned, I'm going to do it, right? And it's like, let's cut out the middleman. Let's cut out the people, that you're giving your power away to. Like, you decide what feels good for you, and it's okay. Someone gives you their opinion, their educated opinion on it. But then still coming back to you and say, okay, well, that makes a lot of logical sense. How does it feel, right? How does it feel? Does it feel expansive? Because that's what we're going for here. And then 2, sitting in the power of your thoughts. One of the biggest ways to reclaim your power is to reclaim your power around your thoughts, right? We bleed so much of our power with our thoughts when we allow ourselves to veer down negative or pessimistic ways. And this is something I've been talking about a lot on my Facebook Lives, is really just like, that is our ultimate power. Our thoughts are creating our reality. The way we think about our lives is how our lives turn out. We're actually writing that story as we go. So once we give ourselves back that power and realize that, well, the way we speak about our lives is a tremendous effect on what happens in our lives. So let's take that power and take it really seriously. And when I think, when we start sitting in that power, we're able to utilize it more. We're able to really say, oh, wow, I'm feeling negative in this area of my life. How can I switch that to a more optimistic pathway? It's not necessarily, I talk about this in the Facebook Live. If you're interested in this, definitely head on over to my Facebook page and perhaps dive a little deeper. But, the Spark Notes version of this is really thinking about, okay, like, what is a realistic, still feels true, but is more on the optimistic side. Maybe the truth of the situation right now is that you're hurting financially. But maybe you can say, instead of saying I'm hurting financially, you can say, I'm learning so much about how to manage my money, and I'm excited for all these opportunities for more financial abundance that I'm creating, right? You can still feel true. It's not like you're saying, I'm a millionaire, right? Because that wouldn't resonate with you. But when we get in control and we reclaim our power around our thoughts, then the areas where we're feeling, a little blah in, we can really look at and say, how have I been creating that? And that brings me to my last point, is really calling yourself out when you're in victim mode. When you're in victim mode and you're saying, oh, well, I'm stuck here because of so-and-so, da-da-da, and this happened, and you're just giving excuse and excuse and excuse and excuse. You're giving this person your power, and you're giving the weather the power, and you're giving the job the power, you're giving your mate the power, whatever it is, right? We're pretending like we have no choice in the matter. Like we couldn't just stand up and walk the other way, right? When we can. It's this kind of illusion that we have no power, and we've resigned ourselves to being the victim in this scenario. And if there's an area where you're trying to defend your victimhood right now, just take a look at that. Just take a look at that, because ultimately in every situation we have a choice, and our choices are our ultimate power. So you have the choice to stay in a situation that's not serving you. You have the choice to leave. You have the choice to choose a more optimistic attitude in a situation that might be frustrating. You have the choice to take radical action on an area that feels like it's stalled. We have so many choices, and I think a lot of times we like to sit back and give our power away and just, be like, well, things are just not going well. Okay, we all have challenging times in our lives, but where can you, as the creator of your experience, really go in and take your power back there? Because even when things are challenging, there's a way to have your power in the challenge. There's a way to say, hey, the guy broke up with me, or, the finances aren't working, the career took a sharp turn in the wrong direction. But right now I'm getting there, I'm getting my hands dirty, and I got my tools there, and I'm fixing it. I'm working on it. I'm actively engaging in the vision that I want to create in that area, instead of ruminating on the thing that I don't want that exists right now. So when we really think about those three things, I think those are the biggest things in reclaiming our power, is really owning how much power we do have with our thoughts, our actions, our words, with where we're allowing other people to influence us. And to really think about that. Think about, if this rings true to you, perhaps journal right now. What area of your life do you allow perhaps yourself to marinate in thoughts that aren't serving you for? Where do you allow yourself to sit in self-pity or victimhood, or pretend like I'm trying everything, when if we're really honest, you're not? I've been there too. So I'm saying this, and again, I can't say this enough. This, with this full moon, with everything that's coming up right now, it's some pretty, it's pulling some stuff up. So you can do some pretty epic work, but it's also about you just being loving about it and saying, hey, now I know. I couldn't see that before. Now I can see it, and now I can make a really beautiful change with it. So let's do it, right? All right, so we're going to close with one of my favorite meditations, which is the meditation for the self-sensory system. So we're just going to do this for 5 minutes, and what it's going to do is it's just going to fine-tune your sensory system so that you can hear your intuition even louder, so you can get those little tingles and nudges from the universe, and it'll be amplified in a way that you can really connect to that navigation system, so you can really follow it, so you can hear what's true for you amongst the loudness. So we're going to put our Jupiter finger up. I like to call this my wand finger, like boom, right? Put our Jupiter finger up on our right hand, and then with our left palm, we just want to place it on our heart, and you want to close your eyes. And just start taking long, deep breaths. Long, deep breaths, allowing your focus to be right between your two brow points. Just feeling your heart. Our creativity will be our sensory system. And through this sensory system, we will be overflowing with energy, touching the hearts of people and feeling their feeling and filling their emptiness. We will act great, and our flow will fulfill the greatness in the hearts of others. It will be a new relationship. We will create a new humanity, which will have the new sensory system, and thus we will establish the age of Aquarius. This is the fundamental character you have to learn by heart. Yogi Bhajan. Just deep breaths in, focusing your energy on your heart. Take a deep breath in. And exhale and relax. and welcome back. And I want to wrap up and respect your time, but I hope that after you finish watching this, you take some time and silence yourself and really just give yourself the space to tune in and to listen to what's coming up for you and to honor that, to radically honor that in the upcoming weeks. Really honor the intuitive nudges. That's how we gain momentum. That's how we really sit in our power, is by listening. Listening, even when it's not easy, even when they're telling you something you don't want to hear. So I hope that this workshop has given you the tools to take back your power, to realize the areas of your life that you're bleeding it out in. And if you are interested in going further and diving deeper and would like my mentorship, I still have a couple slots open and would love to speak with you. So feel free to email me at cbodzak@gmail.com, and we can set up a short consultation to see if it's a good fit for you. And I hope you have a very happy, happy, happy new moon in Aquarius. Bye.